Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. You too can be great. This is the Growing Up Hip Hop New York Season 5, Episode 17, The Royal Rumble, or Season 3, Episode 3, The Royal Rumble Review. So, the episode starts off giving us a recap of what happened last week with the whole meeting in Jamaica, with Egypt, meeting with TT's mama, TT's man, her brother, and they're all going to talk to her about her decision to be with Sam, and they're, basically letting her know what their qualms are with him, including TT making an announcement saying that she is pregnant, and that's just the case. She's not even worried about what Egypt is doing. Then we know that Lil Twist's birthday's coming up. He's turning 27 years old, and he's having a freaking pajama party. Bow Wow and Angela are still having their little, are we together, are we not? Bow Wow in this season is the new Romeo. When the season first started, we had all this controversy. Oh, Romeo and Angela have such great chemistry. Are they ever going to get together? Are they ever going to get... Now that Romeo has bowed out from being anywhere around Angela, they've inserted Bow Wow in his place because they wanted to keep that storyline going. That's what that is. So we basically get a recap of all that. So here we go. Angela is now planning Bow Wow's tour merch with a couple of her friends. Now, I know that this tour merch situation was only done as a way to continue to maintain scenes with Bow Wow. Honestly, I feel like forwarding some of the scenes with her and Bow Wow, it makes no sense to me. To me, at this point, it's played out and it's boring as hell. But they're making the tour merch, and they bring up Romeo's interview. Even though this man has barely made an appearance in this season, he's still a topic of conversation in virtually every single person's mouth, because they're bringing him up about the interview that he did and talking about how he had issues with Angela's IG photos and how it looks like she's just doing shit for attention. Is Angela a type of person that wants attention from people? Yes, that's what I'm getting from her persona. However, I don't think Romeo had a right to tell a grown woman with a kid what she can and cannot post on her Instagram feed. It's her Instagram. If she wants to go out there and show every part of her body, it's her choice. And if the only person that can complain is Instagram if it's something inappropriate. But if you yourself are complaining about what she's doing and she's not your girlfriend or your wife, that don't make no sense. But I also feel like Romeo is coming from a hurt place. I think he feels played by Angela. I think he feels like she took him for granted, or she may think that he was a punk, or that he was a guy that's going to be chasing around her this whole time. And he was doing this to let her know, I'm not a punk, and you're not a prize to me. I can drop your ass as quickly as you came into my life. If you're going to take my feelings for granted and not let me know whether you want me or not, or play me with this other dude, Bow Wow, who wants to just sleep with you and throw you away like all the other girls he does, then I'm going to show you that I'm a real dude and I can go out and find somebody else, because I'm not bad looking. I'm also a handsome dude, and you can just fuck off. I feel like that's the image that he's trying to portray, which is why he's being so harsh and callous with her. Then the ladies bring up Bow Wow and ask Angela about her feelings for him. She gives us this long spiel about, we've known each other since I was 17 years old. We just have great chemistry together. Okay, there are people in my life that I have known since I'm 17 years old who are very attractive, but I've never dated them. So it makes sense for me to hold on to that relationship. Ain't no way that Angela can be around Bow Wow when she's dated him, had sex with him, all that stuff, and then pretend, oh, we can just be besties. We can't be besties, bruh. That doesn't happen. Not at this stage in her life, when she's still kind of playing, for keeps. You see her flirting with Bow Wow. Bow Wow was, vocalizing his love or his like for her, his attraction to her. And she's just like, oh, stop. No, keep going. That type attitude, They ask her if she's willing to entertain a relationship with Bow Wow in the future. And she pauses, which makes me think that she is considering it. So this whole as friends thing is BS. I do feel like if Bow Wow was a different dude, if it was a different time, maybe if she met him now, instead of knowing what she knew when she was 17 years old and had no business dating a 17-year-old boy who's in the public eye, who's now becoming a rising star, who's going to let the fame get to his head, who's still feeling himself too much. That was just not the right time. Will they be able to have a successful relationship if she chooses to date him now? No. I don't think that Bow Wow has changed. I don't think he's going to change. I think he's enjoying this bad boy type. He's going to start changing when he's 60-something years old and he realizes his prostate has a problem and he's going to need somebody to stay in his life, change his diapers. His mom ain't going to be around. Then he'll be serious with somebody. Now we got Damon Dash coming out of jail. And all he's doing while the news people or the paparazzis are talking to him is mentioning all the accolades that he feels like he has that should be important enough to be what they discuss as opposed to his charges. He gets in the car and he says something along the lines of they had him in a cell and he feels like it was some kind of conspiracy against him, the charges, whatever. I said, what? Stop it, please. And then he brings up Boogie and says that Boogie is not loyal, and that while he was in jail, Boogie knew he was in jail, that Boogie doesn't remember him taking him to the park when he was small and doesn't take accountability, and that's his issue. Well, honey, your son is you, okay? Just like people say, I am my father's daughter, Boogie is his father's son. If you're over here complaining about how stubborn he is and him not taking accountability for the shit that he does, your ass don't take accountability for nothing either. Number two, why the hell would you think that somebody at 30 years old is going to be sitting here thinking about, oh, I should love dad because I remember when I was 2, 3, 4, 5 years old and he used to take me to the park. That is a long time ago. The man is 30, and what he needs you to do is understand that he's 30 years old and treat him as a respectful adult. And when you speak to him, he's able to have an opinion and express himself without you getting no butthurt about it. You cannot contradict me. I'm your father. Fuck out of here. You act like everything that comes out of your mouth is gold. You are not right in every situation. You're not right in every circumstance. And an ability for somebody to really be a good leader is to be able to listen to the people that follow him. And you have to be willing to accept when you yourself have faults, and be willing to listen to people, get advice so you can build on your character. Telling your children, who I'm assuming you believe are smart, which means that what they will say to you is coming from an intelligent place, can't contradict you, is a double negative. Like, what you want them to do? This is not The Handmaid's Tale. They can't just be sitting quiet. It don't make no sense. Then we got, in Jamaica, we got Egypt, TT, and the rest of the family. They're hanging out on the beach, and it looks to me that they're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. They're able to talk to each other. Sam's not around. There's no drama. They're able to, peacefully discuss things. Egypt is taking her stance that she was hoping that TT would be honest with her and divulge to her that she'd been pregnant for 4 months. TT makes it clear that I don't trust you. And I don't trust you because I don't trust the person that you're with. If you're marrying Sam, if I tell you something about myself, naturally you're going to go and tell your soon-to-be husband. And I don't trust him, so I don't want my personal business in his face. And she trusted Egypt to respect that about her. Instead, Egypt kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and TT was standing her ground. She's like, I'm not going to change this. Then Egypt decides that she wants to get her apology from TT for supposedly almost ruining her engagement. TT's like, when it comes to Sam, I'm not apologizing for nothing. And I agree. Not that I'm saying that TT isn't wrong for trying to ruin her engagement. She's absolutely dead ass wrong for doing that. However, Sam tried to boot this girl out of her own family by making up a story about her walking around naked to make it seem like, as a girl, Egypt herself said TT raised her. TT loved her. They're like sisters. You are saying something to try to affect my relationship with somebody I took care of. Who the fuck are you? As far as I'm concerned, in TT's eyes, Sam's maggot food, and she is not apologizing to somebody who would dare interfere with her family dynamic. You're going to be here. We don't know if you're going to be here forever. As it looks, you might just be here for nothing but a minute, but you want to interfere with my relationship with somebody who's my blood? Fuck out of here. She ain't going to apologize, and neither would I. Then we got Lil Twist and Brianna meeting up to discuss his birthday party that he's having with his rainbow glasses. Lil Twist is a whole mood. I feel like when I'm around him, I would enjoy the hell out of myself every time. His personality is contagious. He always seems to be chill and cool, collected. I don't see him fighting with nobody. I love me some Lil Twist, and he's cute too. Then Brianna says that she sleeps naked. What's she gonna do? I said, well, Brianna, shit, if you're gonna sleep naked, sleep naked. I concur. I like to sleep. We shouldn't say that. This is a YouTube video. We're not going to talk about that. Then we got them talking about how Romeo won't be coming because he's too busy with ICDC college. Y'all remember when that commercial came out? ICDC, we got ICDC, let's do ICDC. And to me, I'm looking at ICDC was one of those colleges, like the Trump College, where they basically have you come and you got all these, by the time you're done, you're learning trade jobs like medical assisting, maybe CNA, maybe a phlebotomy or something like that, right? It's not like you're going to medical school. These programs are like 8 months, 12 months long. But by the time you're done graduating from it, you would be in debt for about 30, maybe 40,000, which is equivalent to you going to a 4-year university for 4 years. All this for you to be in that school for 8 months. It's one of those schools that people say are a little bit for profit more than anything. And to have a black man as an ICDC spokesperson, is he supposed to be reaching out to black people to come and get themselves in all this amount of debt and go to schools like this, as opposed to you repping for USC or UCLA or, why? I think the issue people were complaining about was, why is it that his black face was doing this? Because we all know what it was supposed to be. Romeo was, is well known. He's a celebrity. Black people like him. So they knew that they wanted him to pull the black crowd. We know that black folks are growing exponentially. So I think right now they're close to being the majority as far as people right? So they wanted to pull that group of people and, you know, have them come and do this and say, oh, Romeo went to the school, so I should, you know, I should too. But Romeo didn't go to ICDC. He didn't. He's just a spokesperson. So that was the whole issue. And Lil Twist kept picking at it like maybe he should just stay at ICDC and can't make it. I was just like, damn, the shade. Egypt and Sam apparently will be coming. He tells Brianna, and Brianna's like, I don't want to see that person. I don't want to have anything to do with him. And Lil Twist said that there will be a face painting station just for him to put a different type of clown face on, other than the one that he keeps putting on. And Brianna says that that's fitting for a former grub worm panhandler. I didn't know that Sam used to panhandle. When I found out later that he used to live in his car, it makes sense. You know, he needed money and support, but he was panhandling. I'm like, okay, well, what happened in the county building? Go get you some food stamps. But they have Sam and Egypt. The next scene, Egypt comes home from Jamaica, and she's at home. And I'm looking around at that house they're in. I don't know if it's a set for this particular scene. It doesn't seem like that's a place where they actually live. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but that's just what I think. Anyway, they're there talking. She says hello, and Egypt tells Sam that TT is pregnant and that she felt like the trip was horrible. And of course, Sam goes and starts being petty, except the things that came out of his mouth was so ignorant. He said, is she married? It's been less than a year. She's pregnant, but she was concerned about Egypt getting pregnant with him. And he starts naming all the things he's done. I'm a good father. I take care of my kids. I have my own place. I'm thinking, you were recently living in your car panhandling. You don't have a successful music career. Right now, your music is your career, and you haven't started making real money from it outside of this growing up hip hop show. If you were not with Egypt, you would not be on the show. So if I isolate Egypt and her life and put you by yourself, and I'm looking at you as a catch compared to what TT has accomplished in her family, I don't see you living up to par, you know, getting to the same level as she has been without having some help, number one. You are not the person to sit up here and judge somebody else based on what they choose to do. If you're worried about why TT is pregnant without her being married, when I look at her relationship and her short 1 year, and your 3-year relationship with Egypt, yours seems to be more dysfunctional than hers, number 2. Number 3, you said you're a good father. Okay, you very well could be a very good father to where your children love you very much. However, prior to you meeting Egypt, we knew that you were drowning in child support debt, and rumor has it that Egypt is the one that helped you catch up on that child support, which means that she paid for your own responsibility. Why are you running your mouth, bruh? But in this scene, Sam calls TT a hypocrite, and also says that basically that they're gonna go to Lil Twist's birthday party, and that he's wanting to check Brianna at the birthday party. But the thing is, he's not wanting to check Brianna. He wants Egypt to check Brianna. Now, I've been in relationships where I get pissed off and I'm angry, and I've had bad relationships where they don't know what to do because they don't respect me enough. Instead of trying to calm me down and make sure I don't do anything that'll land me in jail even for a night, they're over here egging me on. I feel like Sam is really taking this whole I'm a Joker persona to heart, because we know in the movies when we see Joker, everywhere he goes is always chaos. And Joker has a way of pulling strings, as in making people move like puppets, making them do whatever he wants them to do by manipulating their mindset. He's over here talking to Egypt. He could have said, Egypt, you need to address Brianna and let her know that I didn't appreciate her ruining my engagement party, even though that's a damn lie. But he could have put it in that way. Instead, he's having her hyped up, getting her all excited, talking about you let it out, let it out, let it out. I wanted them to see you do it. It's almost like he wants Egypt to go and get her ass beat. Because I have to be honest, in a fight between Egypt and Brianna, I don't think Egypt is going to win. I don't. I feel like Brianna, she might be, oh, I'm so soft-spoken and funny and charismatic, but if it comes down to it, she'll beat Egypt's ass. That's from what I see. That's the type of person that she is. And Sam is doing this to try and make sure that Brianna looks more crazy than before, so they can go around and say, oh, Brianna started another fight. And he can now maybe tell people that aside from TT, Brianna has a crush on him too, and she was walking around naked at that party just so he can see her ass. He's doing things to make Egypt go out there and get out of her character and do things that she wouldn't normally do. And because she's only 21 years old, she's very impressionable, and Sam is taking advantage of that. I'm comparing what happened in Jamaica and how calm the conversation was and how unrowdy it was compared to whenever Sam's around. It's a different story. So I have to say that this is because of him. Then we get Lil Twist's pajama birthday party begins. Brianna says she's coming with a sexy significant other. I'm going to tell you who that person is later on. Bow Wow and Angela show up in sync together as if they didn't plan to show up together so people can say something. Oh, you guys came together? Oh, how cute. Are you sure? And they can be like, no, we had no idea. I didn't know he was coming at this exact time. We're just in sync. I didn't call him or text him and say, hey, let's meet at the parking lot and walking together so I'm not by myself. He just showed up the same. I don't even know. Whatever. Then we got Lil Twist talking to Boogie, who, Boogie about his sister Ava, because Lil Twist is feeling Ava, and I agree because that girl is beautiful. She's a pretty girl. And Boogie's saying that basically on the confessional, saying that it's almost like he insinuated that he would not want Ava to date Lil Twist because he doesn't think Lil Twist is the type of guy that she should be with when it comes to what he wants his sister to be with. Then Boogie's questioning Lil Twist, if she wants you to stop smoking, would you stop smoking? He was like, well, I'll slow down. I'm like, Twist. He's like, no, what if he wants you to stop smoking entirely? He's like, well, can I do edible? Shit, he is not trying to give up the ganja. Leave that man with his marijuana. Let him go ahead and just smoke up whatever the hell he wants to smoke up. It is his choice. It is his life. He wants to smoke cigars. That's his choice. If a woman comes into your life and tries to change who you are and, basically they're trying to mold you into the type of person that they want to be with, you're not going to be happy. At a certain point, you're going to explode after the honeymoon phase is over. Then Ava walks in with her fine little zebra model legs. And then we got Twist fake fainting because he saw her and he just drops to the floor. Obviously, at this point, he's had several drinks and he's just like, damn, am I going to have the balls to talk to this girl? Am I going to be able to articulate myself better? Like, it was just crazy how he looked and how he behaved when she walked in. Then we find out Brianna's walking in with her sexy significant other who happens to be a female. Her name is Lex and she is cute. She walks in with her, and then a little bit after they came, Lil Easy shows up, apparently Brianna's ex in town, along with Bow Wow, who low-key apparently shoved Brianna to the side. When Brianna said that she knew Bow Wow, I'm like, how do you know Bow Wow? They didn't date. Brianna said that there was a while back when Bow Wow was still early in his fame, she went and she asked him to dance, and he said, no, when I'm finished my drink, I'll dance with you. The fuck are you? I feel like Bow Wow thinks too highly of himself. I swear, he might think that his ass is as wealthy as Michael Jackson. You would think that he's like Bill Gates or, Elon Musk or somebody who has all these money, but hey. Then Egypt and Sam finally show up, and Egypt has a ponytail and sweats like she's ready to fight. While she's walking in like this, they flash over to Brianna. Brianna has been having a conversation with Angela. Bow is somewhere getting a drink. Everybody's chilling. And she's, the conversation's going smoothly. Angela's responding. They don't seem to have any beef. But Brianna comes in with the posse, and she's acting like that outfit she's wearing, the black sweatshirt, her hair up, is supposed to make her intimidating. Okay. Brianna says hello and even compliments her makeup. And Egypt, of course, has an attitude. Angela gets up and leaves the table, and Egypt moves closer to try and get her apology, but she's also doing it for the purpose of intimidation or showing that she's not here to play. Then Angela gets up. After Angela gets up and walks away because she don't want to be in the drama, Brianna tells her, hi, baby. She knows why Egypt is pissed off. We know that. She knows that Egypt is upset because of the thing that happened at her engagement party. That's a fact. However, Brianna is choosing to ignore that and maintain a calm and cool, kind of nice, nasty persona to see how far Egypt is going to keep this persona up, because we know Egypt is not this bully type person. Sam was the one who made her this way, egged her on, and made her come out here and act like she's a thug. Then Sam's in the corner, in the cut somewhere, watching and praying that something pops up with Brianna so he can laugh with the same girls that Lil Wayne had on 10 years ago and say that it's all Brianna's fault why this shit popped up. But in the meantime, we're looking at him wishing, oh gosh, let Treppa out, let Treppa out, this stupidity. I don't think that even if this Treppa comes out, that is going to be something amazing. I think it's going to be a mess. It's going to be something that's going to be a week. Come on now, knock it off. Then Brianna and Egypt start arguing. Brianna keeps talking to Egypt like she's a child. I'm older than you, calm down. And of course, Egypt peeped that and was not having it because she wanted to display aggression. Then Brianna says, do you want me to tell you all the things that I know about him that she found out prior to this new season about, what's his name? Sam being an opportunist, calling all his girlfriends, he's Harley Quinn and Egypt in her confessional says, I know all this already. Sam has always been the Joker, so whoever he dates is going to be his Harley Quinn. And then right now, I'm his Harley Quinn. He's my Joker, da-da-da-da. I'm like, this is a bullshit of a mess. Then they start putting hands in each other's faces. And then Brianna says, you are not the same girl that I met. Egypt says, yes, I've grown. And Brianna says, yes, you have grown, but you've grown to something I don't recognize. And she basically is saying it as a way of insulting her, saying that Egypt's personality have developed into something that's not good. Then Brianna says that then Egypt says, you know what, I'm not going to get into this back and forth thing. She basically goes straight for the gut punch. You ruined my engagement party, which is a damn lie. Because Brianna says, no, the person who ruined your engagement party was the one who made it a coming out party. I said it was a gender reveal party for Samantha. I agreed with everything that she said because I felt like, and I said it over and over again, that setting was not a good setting for Sam to sit there and tell people that he has had a trans experience in the past when it was in the past. When you're engaged to marry somebody else, that was no purpose for you to even say that. It's something that you should have told Egypt in private when you guys are together before you proposed to her, when you guys first started dating. Then after that, keep it to yourself. She's the only one that information matters to. That's it. Even if she cares at all, it's only supposed to be to her ears. Everything else don't matter. Your exes are your exes. She's your future. You should not have taken that platform to do it. I feel like he did it because of what's going on in social media today, what's going on in society. He feels like it's the new it. Just like people wanted to be black. At some point, when black, even though black is considered to be bad, those racist people out there, everybody still want to be black. They want to eat soul food. They want to eat, do rap music. They want to walk around with the big booties and the lips. They want to walk around saying the N-word like it's cute. By the way, some idiot heifer, I don't know what her name is, one of my last reviews, I think I don't know if it was the Marriage Medicine review I did or the Love and Hip Hop review I did. This lady who I look at her face, she has a white American face as her little screen face, and she felt comfortable enough behind this video on her comments to call me Nigga while she's articulating herself, in addition to calling me a bitch. Listen to me deeply. It's one thing for you to be writing stuff at the bottom of my comments. You don't have to be here to watch this video. If it doesn't pertain to what you think is a good thing, you have a choice. It's not by force. If you don't think, you don't agree with my opinion, it's okay. Express yourself. Let me know what you think. Maybe you can let me know where your thought is at. I can let you know where my thought is at. Maybe we can meet halfway. It's expected. What I don't expect you to do is open your mouth and disrespect me, and not necessarily calling me a bitch, but you sat up there and called me the N-word. I had to report that heifer, because if that's really her face, you have no right to call me anything that ends with the Nigger. I don't give a damn. Take your little racist ass somewhere else and go and disrespect from somebody else, because this is YouTube. You will get blocked. Don't ever in your life talk to me that way, period. And that's for you. You know who you are, because I can't say your name. I don't want to put you out there and put you all the way out, but you tried it, because I had to delete the hell out of that comment. You tried that nonsense. Now let's get back to this review, because I had to just let that out. Now, they show the after little clip, because Lil Twist and Brianna are kind of like editing the show as it's going, making little jokes. Then they call Eazy-E, and that was the first time that I have sat up here and really acknowledged the fact that Eazy-E is extremely two-faced. Lil Easy, he's extremely two-faced. Let me tell you why. Whenever he's with Sam, because he's with Sam, Brianna becomes an issue. It's Brianna's fault, is this and this. And I also found out that because she's his ex, and there was some kind of beef between him and his current girlfriend, it's an issue. But here we are in the little, screen. It's Lil Twist, Brianna, and Eazy, and they're talking. And Eazy's talking about how that fight happened between Brianna and Egypt. And he's saying, oh, it wasn't Egypt's character. Sam probably egged her up. I was so disappointed. Da-da-da-da-da. Right? Whenever he's around Romeo and Master P, he's cool. He has a different persona. Oh, yeah, you see that, because they flash forward and a flashback and showed that Romeo had Eazy come and hang out with them, and they were talking about the ICDC thing. And Romeo said, I don't have any drama ever in my life except for when I'm on this show. And Eazy is backing him up. But there are other scenes when Romeo comes up and the topic comes up, and I don't think he's as the same energy he gives them when they're face to face is not the same as he puts. I don't know if it's because of editing. Maybe they're putting it together for him to be perceived this way, but he's in front of Brianna right now, and all the stuff he's been saying, all the things he's had in her name in her mouth, oh, Brianna's drama is Brianna this and this. He's not saying all that right now when Brianna's on the thing. So it's making me feel like maybe you are two-faced. Let me know what y'all think about him and what you guys have perceived, because I have been watching the season from the very first season. I didn't watch it all the way. Maybe there's something y'all see for him to be doing this back and forth thing. Let me know if that's what y'all observe as well, because I really want to know if I'm just losing my mind when I'm observing this man and how he acts whenever he's on camera. But let me know what y'all think about this nice episode. I like the Lil Twist and Ava situation. I think they'll be a cute couple, because Lil Twist said that she tasted like honey. I was like, let Damon not hear you say this, because he'll come up here and say, you know what, you don't take accountability. You don't. And you do not check me about my daughter. You don't get to talk about her and her honey tasting body. For real, he'll sit up here and have a whole issue with you. I like Boogie and how he handles everybody. I think that I would have loved Boogie and Brianna to get together. I would have loved it, but Lex is cute too. Anyway, like, subscribe, and notification bell. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. I thought it went pretty good. I feel like WeTV keeps playing with me. Their editing is horrible, because they'll spend the entire episode teasing us about a little clip of a fight. We get to it and it's on like 5-10 minutes of the entire 40-something minutes that we have to sit up there and watch. I didn't appreciate it, WeTV. Make it much more better to where we get to see the fights early on. Don't just tease us and flirt with us and keep us like drooling for more, and then we get to the end and it's just this little clip. I don't appreciate it. Anyway, next week we see that Brianna's gonna get everybody all the way together. Sam's gonna be running back and forth in the house, acting like he didn't have a hand in Egypt, getting mad, talking about, oh my God, what, y'all see that? Y'all see that? We see you. He's gonna make it again. Seemed like Brianna was the person who ruined the party when he was in the corner watching Egypt go after Brianna as somebody at her so-called brother's birthday party, instead of waiting until they were in a different setting. He always does this in a party setting because he wants what? Witnesses, so he can manipulate the story to make himself look good. Okay? All right, you guys, have a good evening. Bye. Stay safe.